Hey friends, DrewCouver's here, and I am coming at you from Manchester, England, my hotel room. This morning I was down at Piccadilly Circus in Manchester, but what happened was I met a gentleman that I had been watching on YouTube over the past couple of years. Quite an amazing story. Biggest smuggler Europe's seen. Spent a good 27 years in the clinker. Thousands of keys smuggled all around the world. I'm not going to tell his story. I'm going to let him tell his story because I was sitting there at the square today. I really hope you enjoy this one.
It's DrewCouver, I'm back. And where are we?
Manchester.
We're in Manchester, England. Your name?
Stephen Me.
Stephen Me.
Yeah.
You're big time. You got a bit of a life story behind you. Can you tell us a little bit about your story?
I've got a big life story behind us. Not a good one. But it was good at the time. I didn't notice, but it's for importation of cocaine.
Yeah.
Plus loads of other previous charges
So,
and things.
and I'll put some links in my channel about this gentleman, but I was quite inspired by your story. I first learned about you a couple years ago on YouTube, which is why I'm doing this, because I think it's just a fascinating way to learn about things and people.
Yeah.
And I learned a lot about you listening to your story, what you were used to be like, which is similar to what I know people that were like you. My circle of friends were people like you, the smuggling, the moving, the in the jail, the escaping, all that stuff. Yeah. Amazing story, friends. But what are you doing today that's different? That even obviously you were talking about like what that life gave you. It was money, it was glamour, it was prestige. Yeah. What are you getting today from doing the things that you do, and what is it that you do today?
Today we travel around schools and tell the kids what happens when you go out with a knife. What can happen sentence-wise, how you can end up with, literally, one of our stories is a 19-year-old young Muslim lad from Birmingham. He ends up getting involved with knife crime, ends up getting 34 recommended, plus then he sees the person who grassed him up and put him in prison, he attacks him, stabs him up and gets, there's two of them. One got 16 IPP, which is in like permanent protection. So
yeah.
It's like
He's
a
gone.
life sentence. Yeah.
He's gone.
And then the other one got 22. So he's got a 54-year prison sentence for carrying a knife.
Would it, I get this stuff gets me emotionally charged.
Yeah, it's terrible.
So what you do in the schools is very similar to what I do in the schools where I'm from in Canada, same parliamentary system, blah, blah, blah. Yeah. Trying to give the message of hope to kids. Yeah. Like, you can do different things in a better way than trying to level up and try to be a gangster like we were when we were younger.
Yeah.
We didn't have the movies. We didn't have that stuff.
We didn't have people around us with the knowledge of what happens. It seems to me in the past, coming up through my father's thinking, because they came through the war, right? Yeah. They never told you about anything. They didn't even tell you about sex, so let alone crime.
No.
So...
You know the number one form of sexual abuse? The number one form of sexual abuse, it's not talking to your children about the birds and the bees, because your kids learn it from other people, usually friends, from strangers. Yeah. That's number one. It's crazy in us. If you think about that, friends, number one form of sexual abuse is not talking to your kids. Level your kids up today, friends.
Yeah, exactly.
What are the problems here, and like the 2 or 3 biggest issues? I'm going to see if I can relate them to what's going on back home.
Same as everywhere. There's no difference.
What's going on?
There's not very many jobs. There's a lot of poor areas, especially on the north side of Manchester.
Yes.
I came up from a poor area, but we didn't notice it. It was nothing to us.
You leveled up though, bro.
Yeah, we leveled up.
Yeah.
And poverty. Again, we're getting the problem of loads of immigrants and causing problems, or people are saying that they're causing problems. It's hard to find out what the truth is anymore.
Well, can I explain to you in just a little bit to my friends that are watching? I've traveled from London all the way up the East Coast, and I've come down the West Coast now, and I'm glad that I've run into you. I've talked to you about 30, 40 of these people riding the bikes, doing their Uber Eats. Yeah. Everyone's pretty nice. They're all coming here from war-torn places, trying to level up. Yeah. But there's a few of them, a percentage, that all say they're from Yemen, and they won't talk to me, and they're really angry. It's really interesting. It's just one group, but the majority of them, they'll talk to me.
The stricter they are, if they're a Muslim, the least they'll talk to you.
Yes.
We've got friends. We've got imams who are friends with us. We've got rabbis who are friends with us, right? We're going to do podcasts with them all together.
That's awesome. I can't wait.
We're going to try and explain the difference between a Jew, Islamist, and Zionist. We know it's not an easy subject, but there's a top rabbi.
We need to have these conversations.
We do. If in the next couple of weeks, I'm going to be working with a big American group who are involved in prison projects over there. Mm-hmm. So I'm going to do a Zoom there and speak about what's going on in the area, because it's pointless zooming into Manchester. Like for me, I'm not interested in it.
Yeah.
I mean,
you don't live here.
I do now, but I've always lived away.
Yeah.
I left home when I was 15 and I never went back. Right, I'm one
14.
of them. Right, so my world is the world. Been all over Europe, been all over South America. Been
me
to
too.
Colombia, Calais. I spent 6
Bogota.
months in Calais.
But it's interesting that people like me and you are from different continents, and we can run into each other, and we're the same people.
We're the same people.
We just care about one another. We want to help people. What is this thing that's going on here? You got this thing going on.
Yeah,
what is this?
Just a link. It's just a QR code to link
Together
to the
Communities
website.
Reject Violence, and just to get people to understand that we need to. This is the sharp end. We don't want to do this no more.
We do when we go into the schools with them a quiz and what have you about what was talked about.
What did you learn?
What did you learn?
Yeah,
and trying to involve them into it. We're trying to get that going a lot all over the country, really.
You play sports? You coach sports at all?
No.
Did you play sports at all?
I was powerlifting.
You're a powerlifter?
Yeah.
I was powerlifting in prison.
Prison. Spent 16 years out, man. At one point, I broke the record for the age. My bench press 210 kilo.
You're in the 300 club, brother.
Yeah.
If you're in the 300 club, you're good. If you're not,
competition.
Go back to the gym.
Can
you do a push-up?
Yeah, I can do
straight. Okay. What an asshole thing to say. Can you do a push-up? I'm not going to get punched out.
I spent that many years in prison doing weights with men and fucking
with men.
Now what I do is I go for walks and I go on my bike on the canals.
Spiritual.
More,
It's all about spiritual strength. It's about protecting our heart and our head.
Yeah.
Before it was always about our body and our ego.
All that powerlifting and all that's not for me anymore. Plus I'm getting old, man. I'm 67. I don't feel it.
What's next for you? It's just this continuation
of this, getting that message out there, trying to stop kids ending up in prison for 30 plus years and, for nothing. Nothing. They're fighting and arguing over nothing.
If there's something in your life that you can go back to change, not saying that you don't want to have the life that you've had, because all experiences create you who you are today, where you are. But if there was something that happened in your life that you could have changed, what would it have been? And tell the camera. Or over here.
Yeah.
Do you know?
No, I don't really.
You don't have those conversations with yourself?
Not anymore. I did when I was in prison, and late nights and lonely times. My only conclusion was, had I been looked after better when I was a kid.
Yeah.
I was shoplifting when I was 9.
My brother taught me how to go to Zeller's. It's like a store where they sell food and steal chocolate bars. I was 8 years old. That's where I think started.
It was then when somebody should have intervened. The schools didn't do it back in those days. When I got caught for stealing cars, I went back to 13 cars at 12 years old.
That's not bad, bro.
I got 3 months DC, which is what was called a short sharp shock system, where they just used to beat you up. As soon as you went in, they beat you up.
You just
all the way
get beat
through.
up.
Yeah. And I came out.
Today they affirm you.
Yeah. They say
today if you go to jail, they affirm your feelings. Before, when we went to jail, we got leathered. Well, I never got leathered, but I went into jail the first time. The first night in jail was the worst night in jail. Was always. I went to jail. I had a cast on my hand. God bless you, man. I totally appreciate everything you do, and I look forward to more, man.
Yeah, we just change our things, and we'll keep in touch. And we'll try and put, because you've done what we're trying to do as well.
Yeah.
It'd be great to get you on the podcast.
Well, we'll do some work together, man. We'll do some work together for the kids.
Yeah, exactly.